Good evening, guys. There is all of the reasons why I didn't do a good morning this morning. I came up pretty sort of late and I was pretty tired, and I was editing videos this morning. And to do that, I needed to take the memory card out of the camera and get all the data from it. And while I was editing, the program I'm using, Final Cut Pro, kind of locked the card, so I couldn't take the card out of the computer. And then I had to have everything exported and everything, so it took a little while to get everything done. And then I had a little accident. Yeah, be careful with your craft knives. I actually put the tip on my craft knife right into my finger. It went in, I would say, somewhere about 1/2 to 1 centimeter. So basically a quarter of an inch, a little bit more than a quarter of an inch, right into my finger. So I have these little, this is only a very small cut, but cut have a problem healing with me because I eat blood thinners, so things doesn't heal as good. So I'm putting like these on them so they don't go up again. This starting to heal pretty good, but it's going to, I'm going to have to take care of it, and I might actually need to go to the doctor and get antibiotic cream for it because I've had problems with the sores not healing properly lately, but that's okay. But that happened. And then we went to IKEA. We had cleaning day here outside with the kind of community, the housing community. I think it's called that actually. But I didn't go out. Christopher did, and then we went to IKEA and we got some shelves to this closet. That is kind of my fabric closet, and I needed to have more shelves so I can, right now everything is stacked upon each other, and we're gonna put shelves in to make it possible for me to actually not have it stacked upon and being able to take things out much easier and stuff. That's needed sometimes. And then I got a new glass thingy for my hexapuffs. So I got the bigger one, and all the hexapuffs I have done from the 2 small ones actually fitted in the big one, and I still have room for more. So I'm gonna fill that up, and when it's filled I'm gonna do that giveaway. But first I have to heal my fingers because it's almost impossible to knit with this one on, and I don't want to take it off in a couple of days, so probably no knitting. It's gonna be strange doing videos because I'm going to need to have these on. I'm thinking about like adding some washi tape or something to make it beautiful, but that's it. So as I can't knit, I can't embroidery, I can't do anything like that with these fingers. I can color, but I need to relax a little bit, so I'm playing with a Rubik's Cube. It's an awesome little Rubik's Cube. I got to borrow this from work. A friend of ours, a colleague of ours, came back from China, and he had a couple of Rubik's Cubes with him. And I think he gave this to our tester, my friend Mikey. And she is extremely good at everything. So of course she learned how to do a normal 3x3 cube. So she's trying, I think she learned how to fix the 4x4 and the 2x2. So I got to borrow this to learn how to do a 3x3, and I actually finished it. I haven't completely learned how to do it. Basically it's all about learning combinations on how you do things, and I don't know them. I've just followed kind of a tutorial on how to do it, and I think it took me 5 or 6 tries following that description because I didn't read it properly to get it to come this way. So that is awesome. That is awesome. I had a lot of fun doing that. So I think I'm going to do that. I also did than these. Yes. I still need to redo the cool kelp thingies. It's just I really need to learn how to use my pad, so I'm gonna do that, but first I have these small things because I thought maybe if I try doing smaller things it's easier. And also I watched a live what is it called? Live stream, that's the word. I'm a little bit tired, okay. I watched a live stream with Bailey J. She's a pretty cool designer, and she was doing line art on the live, and I kind of learned a little bit how she's doing things when she's doing her line art. She doesn't use the pen tool as I try to do. She just uses a brush, and then she just draws the lines around, it being simple drawing, but she tries not to do too long of lines. So I'm gonna practice my smaller lines and trying to get them, but also, if I saw correctly, she's actually going over with an eraser around the edges to kind of clean up the line art. So maybe if I do that I might actually learn how to do those things. Tomorrow I'm gonna need to kind of figure out what cards I'm gonna do for next week. I haven't done that. This kind of made a damper on things. I was bleeding quite a lot. We had a very hard time trying to stop the bleeding. As long as I had pressure on it, it didn't bleed, but as soon as I removed the pressure from it, it started just pouring out. So I think I had pressure on it for like 20 minutes, and then it stopped bleeding, and it didn't bleed through the bandage, and then we kind of put the bandage on with a little bit of a pressure, not a lot because you don't want the blood to stop in your finger, but enough for it not to bleed through the paper. And a couple of hours later when we changed it, it actually had healed. So that is looking good for it, as long as I'm being very, very careful. But I was supposed to color my hair this weekend, and that won't be happening with this wound in my finger, so I will have to push that to next week. But yeah, that has been my day so far. Sorry for talking so much. Now I'm gonna go out and maybe play with my Rubik's Cube some more. We'll see. Well guys, I am going to head to bed. My intentions was to move back out into the living room and sit on the sofa and take a load off, but kind of wanted to play with my seashells. So I photographed them and I imported them into Photoshop, and then I added and fixed things with it, played around a little bit, and ended up actually having a lot of fun. It didn't end up the way I wanted it to end up. There's a lot of different things that I need to learn, and I really need to practice a lot with that Wacom board that I got, because everything is still shaky, but not as shaky it was a couple of days ago, so I will continue to practice. I also have to kind of figure out what kind of sizes I want. As a rule of thumb, when you're working with anything you're gonna print out, you want to work on a 300 dpi. So I kind of have to figure out how big the image is going to be, and how I want to work on it. But I'm gonna figure that out, and yeah. But I'm gonna go to bed now because it's 11:45 and I'm really tired. So good night, sleep tight, and don't let the bedbugs bite. Bye!